once again, notebooks out. Demir, grab your notebook and write factorising by pairs as a title.
Oh yes, I got it.
Yes. So if you can't read that from the back, there's plenty of seats near the front.
I can see
We
it.
were meant to do that.
You were meant to have started, yes. You can do questions 1, 2 and 3, but I haven't taught you how to do 4 yet. Please don't swear. Right, so write factorising by pairs and then write 7 bracket x take 2 plus 3a bracket x take 2. Yes. Would you like a black one?
I don't mind anything with this. This doesn't even work. This is black.
Oh, right.
So I can't find a YouTube channel.
Really?
It's Tim Gutenberg Gen. I'm Year 10 Gen.
Just Google search Mr. Budenberg and then look for your 10 generals. It'll come up. Raphael, notebook out. And you take the notes.
I left it. I thought I had ESL.
Alright, in that case, you can come and grab a sheet from me and then take notes on that.
Okay.
I have another really one today.
Yeah, I have really good names.
O-E-E-R. It was you.
What's that?
Actually, no, it wasn't you. It was Jackson.
What happened?
Alrighty, so,
I took his phone to read.
remembering last week's lesson, how do we factorise that top term? What's common?
7x. No, that's.
That's
X
expanding.
take 2.
Yeah.
X take 2.
So x take 2 is common. Good, Demir. So what do we do with the common one?
You're taking
Yeah.
it. Oh, sorry.
Now you go on, Sarah.
Alright, go Sarah.
Don't we like take them out? And
Good. So we can take them out and write x take 2 here. And then what happens with the remainder?
Put them on the outside of the bracket.
Yeah, we make another bracket. And what's left over?
7 plus 3. A.
Yes, the 7 and a plus 3a.
I said 3A.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
It's good. I'm just repeating. And that's factorised, because now we have 2 terms that multiply together to equal the one above. Our question...
Anything after that?
Nope, then we're done. It is factorised. However, it's not always going to be that easy for us. What if we have something like the next one? Can you write the next one down and then we'll have a think about it?
Can you leave that remember one first for a second?
Yep, I'll leave the remember one there for a little bit.
Mr. Bingo, guess what?
What?
Get my nails done for that.
I am almost as excited as you are.
And my tan. I have to get a tan.
It's like,
That enthusiasm.
my mum got a fake tan as well over the weekend.
I don't really... Wait, is that tan? Yes, please. I don't really want a tan because I'm already tan, but I have to because I have formal. Shut up, Bradley.
Just don't
Oh,
go,
when is your formal?
don't go orange, please.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Good. Alright.
Bradley, when is your formal?
Saturday.
That's at least it.
Now,
Imagine
looking
Bradley.
at the next set of 4 terms, there's a trick to doing these. And the trick is drawing an imaginary line down the middle.
Wait, I have to write that down.
Alright?
Mr. Bureau, do you have any pad paper that's not good?
You've survived, right?
Yeah,
Grid
yeah,
paper.
I'll rip a page
No,
out.
that is grid. He says no grid.
Oh,
It's okay.
good.
Just let me deal with them.
Draft.
Now, taking the 2 terms on the left, the AB and the plus 7B.
When
What?
it being crossed out the B's,
Good, you're reading my mind. I was going to ask what's common, so we can cross it out. The B's are common, so let's get rid of them. And what goes next?
the A plus 7.
Alright, I've gone over my little line. What about on the right hand side, Brayley? What number, perhaps, could we take out of 2a and plus 14?
2.
7, 14.
What do we even do?
When I ask for names, I'd like that person to try answer first.
Shut up.
Hey, be nice.
Can you just explain like really briefly what?
So what we're trying to do is, you see above, I know I have it coloured over it, but above, how we had 2 brackets that were similar. So we had the x take 2 and the other x take 2, and that means we could take it out and factorise it. Down here, we don't have any similar brackets yet, but we're trying to set it up so one might drop out. So if we factorise the left-hand side,
So you took B and B out, and then you that left with A is 7.
yep, it left us with a plus 7.
And then that red line is indicating they're trying to do the same thing on the side.
Yes, good. So we're going to do the same to the other side. And what number can come out of the other side?
2.
2. 7 can't come out of 2a.
I mean, like, because it goes twice into
Yeah, it goes twice into 14. So we're going to take out 2. And what will go inside our brackets?
8.
A plus 7.
A plus 7. Good. Not 14, because when we have the 2,
7 plus 7 is 14, sorry.
Then won't it
2
be-
times 7 is also 14.
Then won't it be bracket A plus 7 bracket, then another
Oh, you know Lord Mariotte's SpongeBob?
Yes, good. Demir, keep watching.
They got all
Demir, keep watching.
What's
So you see what we have now? We now, because we've factorised it by pairs or factorised either side, we have this common term. We have an A plus 7 and an A plus 7. So they can go, and it becomes A plus 7, and here is bracket B plus 2.
That's not that hard. That's easier than the original factorisation. These ones.
Is it?
No, like the original factorisation when we first started, how you have to find the common.
Yep.
That's harder than this.
Yeah, but the only reason you can do this is because you can spot that 2 is common to both 2a and 14.
And you get that from our first one.
Yeah, you'll get that from the first factorisation, exactly. So, can you guys have a go at factorising that one in pairs? 8mn, take 6n, take 12m plus 3, and careful of the negatives. So give it a shot, and then I'll ask for answers. And I'll give you a hint. Your first step is going to be taking an imaginary line down the middle here. Oh, the other side of that negative. So try and take a common factor out of the left, and then take a common factor out of the right. Rayleigh, you'll need to write it down.
Yeah, did
Yeah,
you
I
know what
have
you
to
did
fix
yesterday?
my pen.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Do you want me to lend you a pen?
Ridiculous.
You know,
Pardon?
Do you want me to lend you a
No,
pen?
sorry, I got it.
Santinello.
what did you do?
Sprints.
Really?
Yeah, he's fast. 200 meters get
Did you get?
20.1 seconds.
Really?
Broke the record in Santos.
Do we know where Mariam is?
Sick.
Alicia?
Anyone else?
She doesn't
You see
come.
Stephen?
Sam?
Paul Pilatus tripped me over.
What does he do?
In the 1500, me and him signed up. He tripped me over. Disqualification, right there. Did you go yesterday?
Alright, Demir, what'd you get on the left?
I got
What's common on the left hand side that we can take out?
the N.
Beautiful, the n's common. What else is common?
On the left.
Yeah, is there a number that we can take?
No.
No, there's no numbers.
Actually, yeah, there is.
What goes into both 6 and 8?
Oh, yes, 2.
But then how are you supposed to write? How are you supposed to write that it goes into 8 4 times and 6 3 times?
Good, so it goes into 8 4 times
Oh.
with an M
6.
and
3 times.
Oh.
well
Is that
done.
going to be the test?
Yes, certainly.
Hey, let me take a look.
Are we having a test today?
Not today, but we will eventually.
This doesn't
How are you going to be after like 8 weeks?
Have you closed the book? Alright, and then you go.
On the right hand side, what can be taken out?
And then you go plus. Oh no, take 12.
the end.
Okay, but remember on this side here, we're trying to take out a common factor from
Okay.
minus 12m and 3.
Take 9.
Is 9 common to 12m? 9?
No, 3 is.
3 is, good. And because this here, this number, is a negative, we're going to take out a negative 3.
So negative 3 bracket 2m plus 9.
Careful, but 2 times 3 is 6. So it can't be 2.
1m.
1 times 3 is 3. We want to get it to 12.
4 times.
Yeah, 3 goes into 12.
Oh, 4m plus
Mhm.
9.
No.
Oh no.
Plus,
2.
what? 3 goes into 9 3 times?
Yeah. Except remember, it's not really a 3 out the front, it's a minus 3 out the front.
That's stupid.
It is. We took out a minus 3. So what's going to go there?
Negative 3.
Good.
But wait a minute, then why is it 4 negative if the negative 12 at the front is a negative?
Because,
The 3 took over.
yeah, because here, let me put it on the board, it's going to be minus 3 times positive 4, gets us to negative 12.
Yeah.
And minus 3 times minus 3, because it's minus minus, gets us to positive 9.
Oh, that's going to be bad.
Yep, so negatives do make headaches, but we'll do some practice later that will make it a little easier.
Bracket for
So,
every 3.
now we're there.
Why do you do this?
My eyes are really
Do you know a guy named Anthony Tapete?
Shh.
Yeah.
So Demir, now we have that. What can we do?
Huh?
Was he there yesterday?
Yeah, he was there.
So what's our common factor now?
Too many of them.
The common factors are 4m and -3.
What is he?
Good. So Kelly, what do we do with it?
It was an official.
4m take 3.
Bracket
2.
4m take 3 bracket.
2 and take dating like 2 Frank or something like that.
Well done. And factorised.
Yeah.
That's it. That's done.
He had a sick head.
I think so we also have to multiply.
Who, Anthony?
Yeah, I saw a picture.
All right. Can you two stop having a conversation across the front of my desk, please?
Sorry.
Okay.
What's sum and
Product. So that's the first skill, and in the second we'll practice it. We use that factorising by pairs when we see 4 things. You see how there are 1, 2, 3, 4 things, all separated by plus and minus signs?
Yep.
We use the pairs when we see 4. But when we see 3, it's a little different.
Wait, go up,
Please.
please.
Can I ask you something? As soon as it says in stomach and we're all gone, do you put this straight onto YouTube?
Usually I can't get around to it till after school. I'll try, but
What do you post videos of your class on YouTube?
If there's any homework, she'll probably want to watch it instead of going to
all right. So I'll try to get it on before your last lesson. Okay. So new title. Can you please write sum and product?
Wait, please.
How much was your car?
Oh, it's so long ago now. I mean, I remember, but it
Getting
would.
one for 12 grand. That's so much out of my price range.
Then don't buy something for 12 grand.
And that's a good car.
Alrighty, going on. Alright, here we have an x squared plus 4x plus 3. And our problem is it doesn't have 4 terms. So when there were 4 things, we knew what we could do with it. We could do that factorising by pairs. But here there are only 3. And if we look at them, there is no common factors. So we can't take x out of all of them, because there's no x in the 3. And we can't take a common number out of all of them.
This is going to be very hard.
Let's leave it how it is.
Yeah, we attempted to leave it how it is, but there's a trick. Alright?
What
So,
do you think of Nicole, sir?
recording again.
How hard is it?
Now,
Pretty hard.
because we have 3 terms here,
I'd give her a go.
Demir, she's a staff member.
It's all Nicole.
Yes. Now, take notes. With 3 terms, we are looking for 2 numbers. And it's called sum and product. Does anyone know what sum actually means?
Delete the recording.
What does sum mean?
Delete the recording.
Some.
Sum, yes.
That means add. doesn't
Good, it means add. So sum is plus. And what does product mean? Times. Good. Sum and product. So all of this is about sum and product. Now, we look for 2 numbers that multiply together to equal 3
I like it.
and add together to equal 4. Alright?
I have no idea.
It will make sense in a second. So sum and product. What we're looking for is we always take the term with no x, so the 3 in this case, and try and find numbers that multiply together to equal 3. What 2 numbers multiply together to equal 3?
But how do you know which one you're timesing and which one you're adding?
1 times 3.
Because the timesing one is always...
The timesing one is always the middle term, always the one with the single x, and the final term, that 3, is the one without the x, and that's the one we use to multiply. So we know that 3 is broken up into 3 and 1. So 2 numbers multiplied equal 3, and they add together
To make 4.
to equal 4.
I did this in mine. Look.
Alright, so we're just looking for 2 numbers that multiply to equal 3, and then they add to equal 4.
So how do you write it out now? X.
So now what we do is we put brackets like this, because we're used to seeing factorised terms that end up looking like this, and it becomes x and x here with a plus 1 and plus 3 because our numbers were 1 and 3, so it's 1 and 3.
Do the staff members know about this YouTube channel?
Yep, they do. And now, what we can do is we can expand this out to check. So that, as we have it at the moment, is in factorised form. Yeah, it's in 2 separate factors, but we want to check to make sure that it is correct.
If we expand that, it will be 4 different numbers, not 3.
Good. So let's go through the expansion. How would we expand it? If I was asking you to expand it, how would we do it?
X squared,
Good. So the first one, x squared
and then 3x, plus
Good.
3x,
plus 3x.
and then 1 plus 1x.
Yep.
5 plus
Plus
x.
x, yeah, plus, yeah.
Good, Bradley. And the next?
Three.
Then plus 3.
Now, are there any like terms in that expression?
No.
Yeah,
Which two are like?
3x and x.
3x and x?
Comes. Exactly
So-
what we started with.
Good. X squared plus 4x plus 3. And that's exactly what we started with. So we see that...
4. How'd you get 4?
4... Yeah, explain.
X plus x is like term, so x goes into 3.
Oh, it's Xbox. Oh.
So they go down to make the 4. So what we have is exactly what we started with. And that shows that what we had here, when we factorised, was right. And that's because this trick is a beautiful little trick that works a lot of the time.
It's a beautiful trick.
Did you get that so you don't have to write on the whiteboard?
No, I got it so I could record lessons so that the 8 people away today can then watch it. So I don't have to try and catch them up. Yep, half our class is away.
So you're going to play it while we're doing work next lesson?
No, I'm going to put it on YouTube and then watch it at home.
Don't
Or watch it in support.
Shouldn't parents know about this?
Can
They do, you can tell them.
Can you crop me
Why
out?
we don't tell them?
Then you don't tell me.
Charlie, for your channel,
Speed bit,
I'm
speed bit.
no one's
If
going to
it's
watch it by
speed,
themselves.
take the start time, all the start
Ruff,
time.
you pig.
Well, maybe they will. I don't know though.
How do
Alright,
you talk about a staff member that way?
so, look at the one on the right.
Yes, good.
One on the right, one on the right, one on the right. Which number are we multiplying towards and which number are we adding towards?
14 will be timesing, so we need to find something, and then 9b will be plus,
So we're looking for 2 numbers
which is
which multiply together to make 14. What numbers multiply together to make 14?
7 plus 7.
7
They
and 2.
add to make 14, but 7 2. 7 times 2. And do they add together to make 9?
Yes, they do.
Good. So those are our 2 numbers.
So now, we write it out with 2 brackets, 2 lots of brackets.
Yep, so now we write out with 2 lots of brackets.
Then BB on each
Yes,
side. One B on each side.
Yep.
And then we're going to write plus 7 and plus 2.
Good one.
And if we expand it, which we won't because we already know what's going to happen.
Yep, good. If we expanded it, we'd come back to where we started. So that is called
In
factorised.
the book room.
Now I'm going to scroll down in a second, so I hope you're taking notes on this.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep, I got it.
Good? You got it, Demir?
Yeah.
No, I've got it.
Is there another one after that?
Yeah, there's another 2 after that, and then I'll let you do some practice.
I'll copy the other one. Because that one is really messy, Mr. Beanbird.
Thank you. I know, it's not that easy to be neat on this thing.
So I'm just being
Does the job.
Alright, scrolling down. No?
Can I take your time?
Oh, this is a double lesson.
It is. So,
It's going to take so long.
while people are still copying those, have a look at the next 2. Have a look at the next 2 and write the next 2. And we're going to factorise them.
Imagine hooking someone.
And watch the negatives. Bradley, can you copy down the next 2? Because you said you were going to do the next 2. And same with
Can I
Demir.
just say something?
No, probably not.
And I won't say anything for the rest of the lesson.
Okay, deal.
Imagine putting a toothpick underneath your
Stop!
big toe
And then
now,
kicking the wall.
and then kicking the wall. Oh.
Excellent, Demir. Now, follow your promise, please.
So under-
And take notes.
Great setup.
Take those 2 quadratics down as a note. And think about what numbers multiply together to equal positive 21, lots of time,
Hour.
and add to equal negative 10.
Okay, that one.
And this is more difficult because there's negatives involved.
Is that the only 2 or is there another one?
No, that's the only 2.
Do you want me to do this by myself?
Well, how am I meant to do a line in this little room?
What do you mean? There's lots of room.
No, you silly head. On mine.
Make more room. Alright, so remember what we're aiming for.
Back of the line.
No, you can do it one under the other.
Same question.
What we're aiming for is two numbers that add to make negative 10 and multiply to make 21. So what we do is we take 21 to one side, and what numbers multiply together to make 21?
7 times 3.
Good. Are there any others?
21 times 1.
Good, there's 21 times 1.
There is one more actually.
Actually, there's two more, I think.
There is
3. No. Bradley.
what?
And this is going to sound mean because the back of your books won't actually help a huge amount.
It doesn't. I don't even know how to work.
What
6
if-
times.
What are you trying to do?
Find two numbers that multiply together to equal positive 21.
7 and 3.
Yes, what if I gave you minus 7
Scissor.
and minus 3?
-7 now.
What does minus 7 and minus 3 multiply?
Positive.
It's a positive because you're multiplying two negatives.
Oh no, we started the negative stuff.
Yeah.
I remember doing
Okay.
It's confusing now.
Yeah, now negatives always confuse things, but we can't be too afraid of them. When we multiply two negatives, it makes a positive. So negative 3 and negative 7 multiply to positive 21. What about if we add minus 3 and minus 7? You can do this on your calculator. Grab your calculators out. Add minus 3.
My laptop.
Why will it be negative 10?
Because if you're, when it's adding, and it's already a negative, if you put another negative next to it, it keeps going backwards, not forwards.
Yeah, good. So it's negative 7 plus negative 3, negative
I
10.
did like 50 of these questions last year.
Okay?
Good work.
So this is the pair we want. This pair here is the one we're after because they multiply to 21 and add to our negative 10. So what do we do now? We found our perfect pair.
We do
You start adding the
negative 7.
Minus 7, yep.
Yeah. Then x again. Take 3.
But how do you know if it's a positive between us two or not?
Good. So if our numbers are positive, if the numbers we found are positive, then it's a positive between them. If the numbers we found are negative, then it's a negative between them.
So what is it then?
Because our numbers were negative 3 and negative 7, it's negatives.
Oh,
Then
well.
what do you
Negative.
Where? Which sign are you asking about?
I mean, like, here. Something like that.
What was that?
Oh, this here?
Yeah.
We're just adding the numbers together to check they equal minus 10.
So that stays the same because you're still timesing it in the end.
Yeah, we're still timesing in the end.
What are you just talking about right now?
I was talking about these signs here, those negative signs. And they're negative because our numbers are negative 3 and negative 7.
Then wouldn't that be x squared?
Did I drop
No.
Yeah, if we expanded it out, we would eventually get back to what's at the top.
But are we expanding it out?
No,
Didn't say that.
no, we're just factorising. So when we're factorising, all we're trying to do is break it into two brackets.
We're just factorising code.
Alright, last one. What's our first step? What did I do first last time?
You see what can go to 4 and 12
Yep, so we remind ourselves that we're finding numbers that add to minus 4
and times the 12.
times to minus 12. We've got to be careful of the symbols.
Does it really matter?
I don't
It
like this one.
does.
12
Alright.
is just a 12.
Bradley, what numbers multiply for minus 12? What numbers multiply for 12 for a start?
It's going to be 3.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I just got. No, but it's going to
3
be.
times 4.
3 times 4. How do we get it
3, 6, 9,
negative?
12. 3, 6, 9, 12.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
How do we get it negative?
Oh, because the
Minus
adding.
3.
Yeah, so we can have a minus 3 and a positive 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then how that?
What else multiplies? Okay,
1
so
times 12.
huh? 1 times minus 12.
Oh, Sam's here. Don't let him. You're like, get out.
I mean, take a
Yes.
seat. I'll explain what you've missed in a second.
Take a seat.
Demir, let me deal with him.
When I said that stuff in
I thought you
there.
said you weren't going to talk the whole lesson.
Yeah.
I wasn't, but then I changed my mind.
All right. So let's see if either of the two we have work. What happens if we add minus 3 and 4?
Pardon me?
If we add minus 3 plus 4.
Minus 3 plus 4
1.
is positive 1. Positive 1.
Good. Positive 1. Now, do we want positive 1 or what number are we hoping for?
Positive
One is positive one, right?
We are hoping for -4, not +1, so that doesn't work. We can cross that one out. What if we add 1 and -12?
That comes to negative
Doesn't work
11.
at all.
That doesn't work either. So we haven't found our right one yet. What other two things multiply together to equal -12?
2 times 6.
Good. One of them has to be negative, right?
It's going to be positive. No, it's going to be. What is it? +2, -6.
Uh-huh, Steph has got it.
Your hair done as well.
+2, -6. Now, what happens if we add, Bradley, +2 and -6?
I can cut your hair. I know how to cut hair.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, +2 minus 6.
I don't know.
What's the question?
Alright.
Wait, stop. -4.
Good.
Yes!
And is that the number we want?
Yes.
Yes, because it's the middle number.
So you go.
Alright.
Equals negative
You
12.
turn the recording off.
So we found our pair, yes?
Then you bracket x, take 2,
No.
or +2,
Mm-hmm.
Bracket x.
bracket x, take 6.
Well done.
With a smaller.
Alright, getting the hang of it?
No.
Thank you for your vote of confidence, Kelly. Now, what I'd like you to do is go to page 63, question 3, column 1, and that is practicing factorising by pairs.
Smells like metal. Yeah.
What is that not even for?
Give me the key.
And then, after you finish that, page 69, question 3, column 1 and 2,
Okay.
sum and product.
You don't even do that shot. The key, right?
What D?